Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome to the channel. Thank you so much for being here today, regardless of when or where here is for you. The conversation we are having today through this video is a quantum conversation, meaning it's not limited by time, space, or distance. So, regardless of when on your timeline or where in the world you are listening, I do believe that whenever you've aligned with this video, there is some kind of message meant for you. Your intuition is the compass of your life experience here on Earth, so always take whatever you are hearing and measure it against your own intuition when determining which messages are meant for you and which might be meant for others. Right away, I am getting a really powerful message for the Divine Feminine Collective. So if you resonate specifically as a Divine Feminine, some of these messages may particularly be for you. Of course, we all have a balance internally of both divine feminine and divine masculine energies, so these messages could apply to your internal divine masculine, your internal divine feminine, or an external person or situation. And once again, your intuition is the guide through all of that. It's interesting that we're talking about each of us having a balance of divine feminine and divine masculine energies within, because the message I wanted to share at the beginning of this reading for the Divine Feminine Collective is about the power of integrating your internal energies. In doing so, you find a deeply entrenched sense of balance and stability within yourself. As you, as a divine feminine being, learn to balance your internal divine feminine and divine masculine essences, you become highly magnetic. You completely heal any patterns or tendencies of codependency in your friendships, family relationships, and romantic connections because you are your source of stability. You are your source of confidence, empowerment, and, in a sense, your own muse. The sense of stability, inner strength, and confidence comes from drawing upon your internal divine masculine essence, which can create structure, protect, and defend you. Strengthen this energy through protecting yourself, your energy, your boundaries, and giving to what feeds your soul and gives back to you in a reciprocated way. Begin stepping into your personal power and confidence, completely independent of any other person, situation, or connection. On the other side of that equation, when you fully embody your divine feminine energy, you become someone capable of being soft, open, and receptive, moving with the flow of the universe. You tap into a deep and truly limitless reservoir of creativity within yourself, from which you can breathe life into the most profound, ingenious creations physically imaginable, however you choose to go about creating. All the while, of course, protecting, focusing, and structuring that creative energy using your divine masculine side. This is the beauty of allowing the interplay of those two energies within your being, and like I said, this becomes highly magnetic. I'm not just talking romantically, although that is something worth mentioning because you become a force to be reckoned with in love and romantic situations. You no longer give off an energy of neediness or codependency because, once again, you are your source. You recognize yourself as that source of stability, protection, and unconditional love through self-love. You are your source of inspiration and creativity. You are truly like a generator of stability, energy, and love, which emits a brand new energetic force field or signal that others begin to respond to in a strong way once you make that shift. The reason I said some are beginning to respond to this is because the message coming through is that many of you listening have already done this work on yourselves. You've discovered how to find stability from within, rather than seeking it externally. You found validation from within while staying grounded in the present moment and allowing your creative energy to flow, which represents healed divine feminine energy. Many of you are learning the art of tapping into different aspects of yourselves at will. You're recognizing and moving as the multifaceted beings that you are. What I mean by that is you're learning how to draw upon different aspects of your divine feminine or divine masculine nature, different aspects of your interests, passions, and soul pieces that make up your multifaceted nature. In the past, others may have tried to influence you, but you are someone who carries a very strong spirit and cannot be externally manipulated or influenced. You are truly your own compass, moving to the sound of your own drum. Others may have attempted to influence you to choose an aspect of yourself and throw yourself into that one part of your being, but it never quite fit. Over time, you may have tried to take on certain identities that were pieces of yourself but never meant to be the entire picture, because you thought you had to live by others' definitions. Now, what we're coming into is a powerful and deep, almost subconscious, realization that we are born to be multifaceted. We do not incarnate here to be limited or restricted to certain parts of ourselves, but to be fully expressed in all that we are. When we live as that fully expressed soul, we are truly in our highest state of thriving. From an energy perspective, we align with the highest vibrational timeline available simply by allowing ourselves to express every aspect and facet of who we are at the authentic soul level. The reason all of this is coming through is because I see that's exactly what the divine feminine I'm speaking to here has been doing. She has been learning to allow herself the freedom to express all of those parts and pieces of herself, many of which may have gone repressed or unexpressed for a long time. I'm also picking up the energy of a sphinx, which is mysterious, quiet, and extremely powerful. This energy is not to be messed with, and it best describes your energy at this time. You are coming off as very mysterious, almost unknowable to others. Even if you don't realize it, you're giving off this energy. You may not intentionally be acting in a secretive way, but there are many people who are trying to figure you out. They've sensed, through the quantum connections you have with them energetically, that something has shifted within you. A lot of what they're sensing does have to do with what we talked about earlier, that balancing of your internal divine masculine and divine feminine that's rendering you highly magnetic. But they can't really piece together consciously where this shift has come from, so it's got them feeling this almost burning curiosity about you, about your life, and about what you're up to at this moment in time. Yet, when it comes to approaching you, people subconsciously recognize the need to treat your presence as sacred. There are many people who would like to reach out to you, approach you, or offer you something, but they aren't doing so yet. The reason lies in the other aspect of the Sphinx energy. Yes, it's mysterious, yes, it's quiet, but it's extremely powerful and has an edge to it. In the sense that, again, this isn't an energy you want to mess with. How this parallels your energy at this time is that, while people are extremely intrigued by the mystery that seems to surround you, they are also aware of the edge in your energy. You are highly focused, highly protected, and very much embodying your sacred divine essence at this time. Approaching you is almost like entering the throne room of a queen, someone really powerful, sitting on a throne. Gaining an audience with them requires limited time, and the person must carefully choose their actions and words to show the respect that person's time and energy deserve. This is like you sitting on that throne. People are almost at the door of your throne room, wanting to come in, wanting to have an audience with you, but valuing your energy so highly that they know better than to approach before they are fully ready. In a sense, they wait until their offer is fully formed, ready, and worth your time. This applies to work opportunities, platonic relationships, and social interactions, But for many of you, I'm getting that it applies romantically. If you are someone romantically open to connections at this time, if you are in the dating world, I am getting that certain masculine energies are metaphorically at the door of your throne room, wanting to make some kind of offer or come in. In fact, if they valued or respected you less, they might come in with an unprepared offer. However, it's almost like they see this as a chance to be in your presence, and they have to be cautious and calculated about how they present themselves to you and how they utilize the time and energy you grant them. Your guides are coming through to say that some masculine energies, who value you the most, may keep their distance until they feel fully ready to make an offer truly worth your time. For some of you, there might be a specific person who is kind of doing this, biding their time, keeping a little bit of distance, and allowing something to percolate or come into full form before making that move toward you or offering something to you. If this resonates, it might be a masculine energy who keeps you lightly in their circle, not wanting to lose connection entirely. Yet, when you communicate with this person physically, you might intuitively sense that things are being left out of the conversation in almost unnoticeable ways. There's a heavier energy hanging in the air than what's being spoken. This is because, with the card I need to tell you the truth, a masculine energy is coming up here. Yes, they might keep you lightly in their life or in communication, but there is also this distance and things going unsaid. If this resonates, this person's truth is represented by the card man holding a heart in the reverse position. I'm hearing, my heart is not available to other people. This may be a masculine energy who feels yes, the words "in love with you" come to mind, even though it might seem extreme in your circumstances. But that's truly what they want to say. Whoever I'm channeling here is so in love with you that their heart isn't available to other people. Interestingly, I don't believe there's a 3D romantic relationship between you in most cases. Yet this masculine almost feels as though you've taken them off the market in an unexplainable way. It's unexplainable even to them. This masculine doesn't even seem to understand it. With the World card in the upright position, this is someone who has been feeling very lonely, but also very focused on their own expansion. Their expansion may look very different from what you might consider a spiritual awakening or spiritual growth. Their expansion has been much more focused on work, career, material life, and the material world. It's much more 3D focused than the radical expansion you've undergone in the last several years. Yet, while it appears material on the surface, there's something stirring at the spiritual level as well. That's not to say there aren't spiritual changes happening, they are, but they occur in a much less conscious way. This is typical of masculine energy when they undergo expansion. It impacts their soul, energy, and spirit deeply, as well as their conscious worldview. However, those changes tend to take place less consciously than they do for the divine feminine. It's almost like the changes occur subconsciously, and then one day, they wake up and see things entirely differently. For the feminine, she tends to work through those paradigm shifts and changes in a more conscious way step by step. She's more consciously aware of those changes, researching, asking questions, and reflecting as they happen. With woman holding a heart reversed, this is a masculine inquiring whether you are feeling the same. This is someone feeling like their heart isn't available because of the connection they feel with you. For some of you, this could be someone from your past who has always felt connected to you or never gotten over you. It's almost like this person is trying to read your mind or get into your head to see if you're feeling the same way. Can I get more information? With Angel of Balance reversed, this is someone who's been feeling really unbalanced lately. It may have to do with their time, work schedule, or feeling energetically depleted, unable to truly be in the present, create, or have fun. There's a seriousness about their energy or life lately. Yet, I'm hearing you are an escape from the heaviness or seriousness of this person's daily life. It's like you transport them from the mundane into this energetic space that feels magical. This has been another download coming through for the Divine Feminine Collective. Your energy tends to have this effect on others, especially the masculine energies connected to you, even platonically, but yes, romantically as well, where your energy transports people. First of all, it transports people to a deeper place within themselves. It connects them with their own inner being, with their soul. That's also why your energy can be highly triggering to certain individuals. Because imagine if you are someone who doesn't like to face your true authentic self, or who's been living very disconnected from that authentic self, and then you meet someone who instantly transports you to that very raw, authentic place. You'd feel uncomfortable in that energy. That's why you trigger certain people in your life. But equally, many people become addicted to the way it is. It's almost like your presence is a form of meditation. We talk about meditation helping you to really relax into the core of your being and release some of those constant conscious forms of chatter that block that connection to your own quiet inner knowing. Well, it's almost like your presence has that effect, to an extent, on other people, where it helps them to let down their guard and to ease into that authentic space within themselves, just like a meditation. But again, some people are very resistant to that kind of effect because they are uncomfortable with what that authentic truth would reveal to them. So, that is why, today, you are only capable of fully attracting and sustaining connections with people who are truly unafraid of their most authentic self. Yes, you can attract and connect with people from all different backgrounds, all different walks of life, even different belief systems. But the key is those who remain in your life have to feel comfortable with who they are on an authentic level, because if they are not comfortable with that authentic self, they will feel highly triggered just by your presence, and they will run away from you. Now, here I have the crown chakra reversed, so the specific masculine coming up here is definitely feeling a bit disconnected from their own spiritual self. And I'm hearing, a long time this person may have actively disconnected from their own soul for a while. They specifically may have had other masculine friends around them who were very toxic or harsh, or just the embodiment of toxic masculinity, very disconnected from their own internal divine feminine, very superficial as well. The influence of some of these other people, again, this won't be for everyone, but for the specific individuals coming through here, these other influences almost led this person down a path that was very inconsistent with their true soul's highest vibrational timeline. Now, I'm getting that their highest vibrational timeline naturally involves some kind of connection with you, or the opportunity for a connection with you. Now, of course, you are the conscious creator of your own realities, so you can decide if or how you want to connect with this particular masculine. Even if he does choose to align with that highest timeline, where the two of you would have windows of opportunity to connect in an aligned fashion. Of course, though, all of that is your free will choice. But I am getting that this masculine's choice to be influenced by these lower vibrational masculines could be friends, could be co-workers around him, could be family members, actually led him down a path that made it very difficult for the two of you to connect in the physical. But what I'm sensing is almost this coming back, like this very gradual realignment of this masculine with that true soul's path. But emphasis on the word gradual. This does seem to be happening very slowly. So, You might notice this person popping into your reality, popping into your dreams here and there. I did pull a card here, yes. This is the Four of Swords reversed. This is about this masculine coming out of isolation. But what I'm getting is this loneliness that they were feeling, that isolation they were experiencing, wasn't physical because they've had people physically around them. This was a mental and spiritual isolation because this masculine has been surrounded by incarnated souls that are very, very different from their own. It's almost like this is a masculine who was, or, for some of them, may still be surrounded by karmic energies embodied physically. I'm talking possibly karmic family members, karmic friend circles, karmic romantic relationships. It's like this masculine had many different karmic lessons to learn through different people. But at a soul level, they've really not met many people they connect with authentically and soulfully. But you are one of those people that they do or did seem to connect with in a very soulful and authentic way. And that is exactly why this masculine feels you have their heart, or for those of you who know this person from your past, you still have their heart. Now, the next card to come out here is the Six of Pentacles in the reverse position. This is someone who is having some issues related to their finances. I feel a bit of secretiveness around this, so this most likely isn't something they're openly talking about. They're feeling very restricted or limited when it comes to their financial situation, but they are beginning to turn down a happier or better path. Again, it's a slow process, but they're also getting the Nine of Swords reversed. It's like this light at the end of the tunnel energy, so they are beginning. It's like things are just beginning to look up for this person, but again, it's a gradual process. They've gone through a very challenging time, but it feels like the worst of that is over, and things are beginning to lighten up. It's just happening very slowly. And as things continue to lighten up for this person, you can expect them to pop into your reality increasingly. And that is because, once again, when this masculine is more in alignment with his highest vibrational timeline, the two of you are naturally connecting. You've played no small role in helping this masculine uplift themselves, by the way. With the Magician card, I'm getting you don't even realize how much you've uplifted this person, because 99.9% of that vibrational upliftment effect has happened entirely from a higher self level or from a subconscious level. So, this isn't something you're necessarily aware of playing a role in. It's just that this masculine is part of your soul family, whether this is a soulmate or a twin flame. Only you can know the nature of this connection. But because they are connected with you in the quantum field, because they share a similar or identical soul frequency to your own, this means that when you raise your own vibration, you raise the vibration of the whole, especially the people who have the privilege of being more closely connected to you, either physically or quantumly, like this masculine energy. So, when you've chosen to balance your internal divine masculine and divine feminine, as you've chosen to raise your vibration, you've lifted up everyone who gets the privilege. And that's so emphasized here, it is a privilege to be connected to you. You lift up everyone around you, and this masculine specifically has felt this effect. It's helping them to raise their head from these very dark times they've been going through to really begin to see this light at the end of the tunnel. And I'm getting that you're going to see them coming more and more into your physical reality or wanting to communicate more deeply and intimately with you as these changes continue progressing. Wow, I don't know who this specific reading is for. We did get kind of specific with this one dominant masculine energy coming through very strongly. I do sense that this isn't going to resonate for everyone, so only take it if it does connect. If this is resonating, then I will be channeling more details about this situation today as changes continue occurring. We will also be reading more into your aura and channeling into anyone or anything else that might be connected to you energetically or thinking of you heavily, feeling heavy emotions about you, anything like that. To close out this first reading here on YouTube, you guys know I love to close these readings with a beautiful Rumi oracle message. I actually already shuffled for these cards, and 2 cards came out, so I'm going to collect these from the floor where they actually flew onto, and I might channel a message from both of these cards today. The first one is Beyond Death Life, and the next one is the Angel Rasbar. The numbers 1 or 27 may be significant to someone listening here, and with that one energy, I'm just getting this energy of renewal, of some kind of major rebirth here. So for that first card, the guidebook says, I am calling to you. Can you hear me? Listen within your heart, there I speak. My voice rings true. You are urged beyond what has been. The time has come, lay it to rest now. This ending comes as grace to free you from all you have known. For what you have known is now too small for your soul. Bear your uncertainty with equal equanimity. I am certain enough for both of us. Allow me to show you the light that you are, that burns within you, blazing angel of heavenly purity. I will unveil you to yourself. Now, I'm going to read a little bit from the other card here as well. So, here the guidebook says you are being empowered to serve, to assist, to offer a genuine spiritual contribution to this planet, to become a sacred hand at work for the will of heaven. Such is the capacity bestowed upon the soul that is wise and filled with love, and therefore desiring to serve. When you know how to feel for the silence, to surrender into it, you can transmit it in so many ways. Through the peace you cultivate in your heart in your own daily living, through your presence, through your art, even through your voice written, sung, or spoken, yes, even through sound if that is your path of service. Silence can emanate through your voice, and divine silence can be felt in the heart of others. So shall you trust in the wisdom of the Master who bids you to serve? Will you choose to put aside your doubts and instead believe in yourself and the power of divine love that will reach out to the world through your willing soul? That feels like a beautiful place to close the reading. Again, if you do feel guided to join me now in the extended version of the reading, the link to do so is in the pinned comment and description box under the video. You can also follow me on Instagram at Magnetize Yourself. And of course, if my energy connects with you, I invite you to subscribe to the channel. Join our beautiful community of like-minded, conscious, creative beings here on YouTube. Otherwise, I am sending you all so much love and light today. Have a beautiful remainder of your day, and I will connect with you here again in today's reading.